This is easy work boxing, about to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. This is a video on Adrien Broner turning down Adrien Hearns' offer. Now, as we all seen on, the internet, Adrien Broner posted the offer that Adrien Hearns gave him, for $2.5 million for 3 fights, which is $6 million for like 2 years, because Adrien will have to fight 1 time this year and 2 times next year. But I think it was a smart idea for him to turn it down, because I think Adrien Broner knows his worth as a boxer, and he understands that he brings asses to seats, and if he stays focused on his career and starts winning fights, then $2.5 million will only be a cap of what he could get. And as we all know, Adrien Broner has turned down Rock Nation for $40 million for a 6-fight deal, which he didn't take. And to me, that was a bad decision on that one, because right now he'll have $40 million. And, due to the fact that he's been losing, a lot, he'll still have $40 million. But right now, I think Adrien Hearns just made a mistake by even going to Adrien Broner, knowing that Adrien Broner is a loud mouth and can't keep nothing to himself. I think that Adrien Hearns' biggest mistake was sending that small amount of money to him. Adrien Hearns has to create his stable right now for that $1 billion deal that he has, and I think that if he would have put a lot of zeros behind that offer, then he could have people want to leave and jump ship on whatever promoters they're with. And for him to go to him with that, like Adrien Broner said, that slave contract, I think really probably made him look real stupid in front of everybody. But Adrien Hearns has to get a lot of things going in order to make this deal come through. I really thought it was going to be like free boxing, everybody just be watching it for free, but no, he has to get people to subscribe to whatever it is he's making out there. And it's not going to be cheap. Everybody going to have to pay from the UK to the US. But making that decision on what he did to Broner really embarrassed him, because he's saying he want Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Keith Thurman, all the top of the line fighters to come over there and fight with him. But you would send an offer like that to a big name fighter like Adrien Broner. And you know how it is with money. When people see money in there, you're tempted to say, hey, I'm going to leave this guy and go and mess with him. Now, y'all excuse me if my camera didn't stop. I got to keep this going. I've been trying to make this video about 8 times. But it was a smart move for Adrien Broner to turn that down. Along with him having AB Promotions, which I don't know if Adrien Broner is signed to himself. I think that's something that he should do, is sign to himself, because I think that'll bring him way more money. But Adrien Hearns just basically embarrassed himself by, getting out there and putting a $2.5 million deal up for this man for 3 fights, which would be good for a fighter who's coming up with a name, but not Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner, like I said, knows his worth. He knows what he could bring to the sport of boxing. But, with Adrien Hearns making this deal, he's going to have to open up a different genre of things. He's going to have to go through ESPN, Fox, Showtime. Everybody done bought up their own thing, so it's going to be hard for him to try to go in there and buy slots and fit in to get the money going. And to get the fighters over there. But to go at Adrien Broner with that small amount of money was ridiculous. I expected more of Adrien Hearns. They say he's the money man. He got all this money, but that wasn't a smart move. And he wants the Charlo brothers and everybody to come over there and start fighting for him. But you should at least put, even if the offer wasn't real, you should at least put a $10 million deal up for the man. You know what I'm saying? For 3 fights, 4 fights, or $15 million for 4 fights. Like I said, people would have been looking at that like, damn. You know what I'm saying? We getting paid good over here, but Eddie goddamn issuing out meal tickets. So I think what Broner did was a good idea, him not taking that offer. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily say it was a slave contract, because at the end of the day, you're getting $2.5 million. Now, if you said $250,000 for 3 fights, then yeah, I would say that's a slave contract. But we'll just have to see what this going. Like I said, I was very happy when Adrien Hearns came out with this, because I'm thinking as a boxing fan, I'm finna see way more fights. I'm finna see at least, what you say, if I ain't mistaken, like 18 fights out the year or something like that. So, as a boxing fan, I'm sure everybody was happy. But after watching Richard Schaefer talk on the internet about what all would have to go through for him to make that deal go, it's gonna be hard for him to set that up. You know, for one, Al Heyman got his people on lock, and you know what I'm saying. Not necessarily on lock, but Al Heyman's already paying his guys good money. So you's gonna have to step up to the plate real hard with a lot of zeros, like I said, to get people to be thinking about even coming over there and leaving with you. You know, so, and one of my subscribers got on my channel and was telling me, he was like, you know, that deal with Hearns is all bullshit. You know, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a businessman or anything like that. I was just happy to hear the news of we gonna be able to get more fights and see more fights. So, but Adrien Broner has to ask himself this question as well. What fight will he be getting that's coming up next that he'll be getting more than 2.5 million for? Because what I understand, Adrien Broner only gets like 200,000 or close to $500,000 a fight. So why not take that deal for only 3 fights and you got $6 million in your pocket? You know, Adrien Broner sometimes can be a little bit an asshole and dumb, but now that I'm sitting here thinking about it and I'm talking about it, I think that would have been an okay deal for him, because the way he trains and the way he goes out and plays in the sport of boxing right now, that would have been great for him. Because, you know, even though he just got this draw, you know what I'm saying, that kept him from really being a gatekeeper, you know, what's to say he won't go out the next fight and lose? You see what I'm saying? Then your stock gonna go back down and you're gonna wish you would have took this fight. But, you know, Ed Hearn already has a list of fighters over there. You know, he got Anthony Joshua, which is his main person, you know, that's making money with him. He got, if I'm mistaken, he don't have James DeGale. I can't really name all the list of fighters he got over there, but he got a list of them. And I know he can't run that new business plan that he got with just them. So he gonna have to do a lot more than offer people 2.5 million to get that stable up, to get that deal going. Because from what I understand, he has to show and prove that that deal will be good for the people who are investing in it. And it's if it continues, then the deal goes on to the years that he said it will go through. I think 8 years. I think he has to bring 2 to the door and show that what he's doing is bringing money in. And if he continues to show that, then they'll go to the 6 years of go through too. But we'll never know, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're not in the business. We don't know what's going on with that. But he's going to have a lot of problems trying to come to America and take over like that. Now that I heard Richard Schaefer say what he was saying. But I'm sorry and I apologize for my phone, you guys. I don't know why it keeps doing this, but I just had to make this video. I've been trying to make this video for like since last night, and every time it stalls on me, and I wasn't gonna stop today. I'm on break at work, and I wanted to give my subscribers what they wanted to, if you're just willing to listen or anything like that. But I just hope that everything works out for Adrien Broner. You know, to me, if it was a slave contract to him, he did the right thing. But me looking outside of it and what he's been doing in his career, I think it would have been best to take that deal. I mean, by the end of next year, you'll be having $6 million in your pocket, or close to $6 million. But you know, it's easy work boxing. Thank you for your time. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.